All right, y'all. We back. We back. Let's get it started. There. Yeah, but yeah, but test, test, test. All praises to the Most High God. Gonna turn that back up. Turn it down a little bit. Try not to start at max volume, but you know what the hell with it, because everybody need to hear this word, right? So, brother Amon is en route. We about to get started, right? So let's go ahead and salute in. If I can get this Bible to sit here properly. Good enough. All right. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's all praises be unto Yahweh in the name of his son Yahweh Shai. We are San Antonio Masada. And by we, I mean me right now. But my brother, like I said, is coming. And our intention is to bring out the truth of the Bible, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the real Israelites of the Bible, the true Jews, the true inhabitants of Israel and Samaria, God's chosen people. When you read about a group of people in the Bible called the Israelites, that would be us. And the Most High God, in these dark times, these uncertain days, he has sent his prophets back out to the streets, to the highways and byways. Many of y'all are familiar as you walk through the city and you see groups of black, Hispanic, and Native American men sitting on corners asking you if you got time to talk about the Bible. This is yet another one of those locations to let you know that God is beckoning his children home and calling the rightful Israelites to repentance. If that be you, I ask that you give ear, not for the sake of your brothers, but for the sake of your God, that you might be found an acceptable servant in the day of vengeance, which is very, very close, right? But we're going to start out with Daniel 4:17. How you doing today, brother? You believe in the Bible at all? Muslim? Okay, what does Quran mean?
Quran is the book. Muslim is called the Quran.
I get that, but what does the word Quran mean?
Quran is the book. The Holy Bible is guided. Muslim are the religion.
The word Quran means to recite. The word Quran means to recite.
Quran is the name of the book.
It's the name of the book, but the name has a meaning. And the meaning is to recite.
Meaning of the book.
The Quran is reciting the Bible.
Where's your name?
I'm sorry?
Where's your name?
What's my name? Hayael.
What does it mean?
It means lively power.
Lively power.
Lively power.
Atafak means lively power.
Okay.
The same. The Quran is the whole the book.
I have a question. Who's the prophet of the Quran that differs from the Bible?
No. Bible is the parliament and is book.
Can you answer my question?
Bible.
Muhammad is the prophet in the Quran, correct? Muhammad's not a prophet in the Quran?
No. Muhammad is the name.
He's the name of a prophet. Muhammad is the name of the prophet.
No. Muhammad is the people name. Many people.
Many people.
Yeah, not the person who all the people.
Have a good day, man, because I'm not going to talk to somebody who's going to lie to my face. Yeah, have a good one, man. And the Quran tells you not to lie, by the way.
No. Quran is the follow the religion correct. Follow this.
Are you a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
Should you be lying as a Muslim?
What?
Should you lie?
Yeah, I'm Muslim.
Should you lie, though?
No.
No. So why are you telling me Muhammad is not the prophet in the Quran?
No. Prophet is different definition.
Have a good day, man.
Okay, thank you.
Again, that's why the Bible is uncontested. Because we can tell the truth about what we believe and get it straight out the book. Under scrutiny, all these other doctrines fall apart. If you can't tell me that Muhammad is the star prophet of Allah in the Quran, then do you even read the Quran? That's my question. Because I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt Yahushua HaMashiach, or the man that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is the Son of the Most High God and the premier prophet of the Bible. We're going to go ahead and go to Isaiah 34:16 real quick. Because see, in these uncertain days, to you Israelites, you don't have time to mince your words anymore. You don't have time to quibble about things that make no difference anymore with the heathen. They've had enough time and power. They've had enough focus on this planet. Meanwhile, the real Israelites have been forgotten about. And when we are remembered, it's always proverbs and bywords. They call us black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. None of those titles are real. Those are the names given to us by our slave masters. But this is Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. Notice the God of the Bible doesn't tell you to read the Quran as well. It doesn't tell you to read any other religious holy text. And I say holy with the biggest air quotes I can imagine, because they are anything but separate. Because to be holy means to be set apart. See, that's why the Bible is a book written to and for the Israelites and no one else. There's only one book in the Bible written to another group of people, and that's the book of Obadiah, which was directed to the so-called white man to tell him that not only is he going into slavery, but he's going to be extinguished from the earth after his servitude to the Israelites is accomplished. Why? Because he put the Israelites in slavery. The Greeks did it, the Romans did it, and good old America did it. And before you get up out of here, you got to pay your tab back to the Most High God. But the white man ain't alone. As y'all just saw, we had a heathen come up. Whether he was a Hamite or an Ishmaelite, don't matter. If you know about something called the sub-Saharan slave trade, you should be well aware that they had so-called black people in slavery as well. Whether you want to call them the city, the Zanj, Negroes, whatever you want to call them. Kafir, Nkata, whatever you want to call them. They too had us in slavery. See, that's why it's very important as an Israelite, you know who you are and you know who your people are, and you advocate to them. Because if you can't have any meaningful discourse with a heathen, I would advise you, brothers, in these times to just dismiss them. Let them go. Because it's to no gain to waste your time going back and forth with a heathen. But let's go ahead and grab Daniel 4:17. This is going to set the theme of this small micro lesson because we're going to give another part of the lesson from last week, talking about the rejects, the nations that God don't want, the people that God don't love. Yeah, I know you've been told God loves everybody. Newsflash, spoiler alert. God don't love everybody like that. The only people God loves are the Israelites. Hell, the Most High God don't know of anybody else except for the Israelites. Let's get that real quick in Amos 3:1. Oldie but a goodie, one of my favorites. This is Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So through the prophet Amos, the Most High God said it himself, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. So the Most High God is only dealing with the Israelites and no one else. Now I understand, being on the outside looking in, I don't envy your position, heathen. However, that doesn't give you the right to speak for the Most High God. Shalom, King. How you doing, King? I'm doing great, doing great. You missed the short exchange with, I don't know if he was an Ishmaelite or a Hamite, but he came up talking about he was a Muslim. We couldn't even get past what this Quran means. When I asked him, I was like, who's the prophet of the Quran? And I said, ain't it Muhammad? He was like, Muhammad's the name of many people. It's like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like these heathen are so used to Jake not reading that they think they can just walk up and say anything to you. And the sad part is most of the time they right. If a heathen tried to basically lie to us as a people 1,000 times, he'd probably get away with it about 995 times. But that remaining 5 times, it's a brother like me or one of these camps. And we aren't going to allow you to get away with the lies anymore because we're reading. We are well informed of who our God is, what the tenets of the Bible is, and all the copycats out there saying that, hey, God loves us too, when God said he only loves the Israelites.
That's right.
If you're black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, I'm talking to you. If you call yourself Scottish or Irish, I might be talking to you. Because if you look up a man named Oliver Cromwell, he's the very same reason and driving force of the Englishmen during the 1600s that was deporting the real Irish and Scots. See, newsflash to y'all here in America, most of y'all calling yourselves Irish and Scottish, y'all just another crop of cave people, claiming to be something that you're not. And it shouldn't surprise you, because everywhere you go, you do the same thing. You're not native Australian. Don't stop you from calling yourself Australian. You're not native New Zealander, but it doesn't stop you from calling yourself a New Zealander. How about them Afrikaners? They stealing 2 names. Now they're African and they are from South Africa. How does that work? When they're Dutch. You see what I'm saying? Everywhere these people go, they do the same thing. But if you understand the prophecies of the Bible, you would understand that this is how the white man's rulership would govern the earth. They would rename themselves after everything that they would rob, steal, and kill. Hence why you got this white devil walking around the earth, raping, robbing, and enslaving. And that's all he is. And when you take away all the culture that he stole, you're left with a caveman. Captain Caveman, remember him? And son. Fred Flintstone, Barney Flintstone, that's you white people. You ain't changed. Why y'all waving when you got down there when you could have waved right here? I don't understand it. But the white man's a natural born coward. So it don't surprise me at all. Can you give me Daniel 4:17, brother? Because we have to explain, how did Captain Caveman become the ruler of the free and enslaved world? How did he become the leader of all the nations on the planet? How? When he is the least of all the nations. Let's see about that. Baseman.
Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
So not only does the Most High God Yahweh set up who's going to be the ruler on the planet, he can take the lowest form of life and set them up in a position of leadership. It's all up to him. And see, the Most High God, he does things like that so that you don't get too full of yourself as a man, thinking that you run things on this planet. Because to any of you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians who want to see a miracle of God, look around you. You're the most talented, most gifted, most intelligent, and strongest people on the planet, ruled over by people who can't go outside in the sunlight. So if you're looking for a miracle from God, I suggest you just look at the people who rule over you. How when it comes to muscle density, they have the least. When it comes to brain plasticity, they have the least amount of stability in their brains. Why? Because the brain is constantly being poisoned by the environment. And melanin, or eumelanin, not pheomelanin. See, most of y'all don't even know. They trick you by making you think melanin is just comes in one flavor or form. There's 2 types of melanin. Hence why the white man looks red to orange, pink. Right? Hues of pink. Because they have pheomelanin. Eumelanin is where you get black, brown, darkly tinted colors. And melanin is in every organ of the body, including the brain. It binds to toxins, and it helps facilitate neurotransmission. That's why you Israelites are the smartest. You got the most rhythm. You got the most soul. Remember that term, soul? And where do they tell you soul comes from? They always point to the heart. Comes from the heart. But no, it comes from the brain. That's where it comes from. And the Most High God made his people so special that we got the most of it. That's why when you look at the tribe of Judah, they have the most out of every tribe on the planet. And it shouldn't surprise you. Because when you look at music, we're the ones setting the trends. When you look at fashion, we're the ones setting the trends. But yet, despite all of these advantages, we're being ruled over by a people who have no such advantages. We're being ruled over by the people who are more susceptible to schizophrenia and mental disorders than any other group of people on the planet. The weakest people psychologically on the planet, and the most evil and disgusting people on the planet. Your school shooters, your child molesters, your dog molesters, etc., etc. That's the white man's resume. How is he over the world? Well, we just heard it in Daniel 4:17. The Most High God ruleth in the kingdom of men, and he setteth up whomsoever he will to either lead or to be on the bottom. It's all up to him. Oh, man, that rap sheet, shit, man. I don't envy them at all when it comes to the judgment that's coming to the planet. Have you seen all those reports on those interstellar objects that they're tracking? Yeah, it's now becoming mainstream because the white man is scared. See, when you read about how Yahushua is supposed to return, you know he's coming from the heavens above, from space itself. See, if you just read the Bible, you'll quickly ascertain. How you doing, brother?
Hey, bro, you got any cold water, man?
Yeah, I got some. What's up? I got something for you. You got something to pour it in?
Yeah, look.
Yeah, just take the top off. I got you.
About 2 weeks ago, I seen a dude on YouTube talking about the government saying that there's going to be an alien invasion in 2 weeks. It's been that nothing there, so
You can hold it.
I don't think he was after me, right?
Yeah, I got you. Are you native Hispanic, brother?
Native, French Indian.
Okay. What's your father?
My great grandfather's in Proa.
Okay. And he's the native one?
Yes.
Okay. That make you from the tribe of Gad. You're an Israelite, brother.
Oh, watch your mouth. I know that my tribe spoke French.
Okay. That's likely because they got dominated by the French.
Or probably because it sounds cool.
I'm not going to lie. French does sound cool. If you're trying to get some draws out here, speaking French will get it for you.
You don't even got to repeat anything good. You just talk to the girls.
Oh, I know. But just know, brother, you an Israelite, man. Keep God's commandments, brother.
Got it. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Well, of course, man. But what are the commandments?
Thou shalt love God and others.
Well, one of the commandments is to not eat pork, brother. Can you not do that?
It says thou shalt love God and love others. That's the first 2 commandments. Ever.
Okay, well, read the first 5 books of the Bible, brother. That's where you find the commandments at.
That's the Torah. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers.
There you go. So this brother knows something. Well, brother, if you know that, man, keep all 613 commandments, brother. All praises to the Most High God.
I almost dropped it, man. I almost did.
Right? But we see these nations out here, and things seem to be upside down. Can you give me Lamentations 5 real quick? I'm in the area. Might as well grab something from it.
It says that when
5?
thou comest unto the land of
Oh, when thou comest into the land, do what?
then thou art bring Twizzlers. Yes. Bring like Twizzlers, so that way lions can eat them when thou art hungry.
All right. Well, brother, we going to read the Bible. If you want to talk, man, come back around. But go ahead and get that in 5 and 11. All right. As a matter of fact, start at 7 and then read down.
7 to 11.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not read
It's
that.
Lamentations chapter 5, verse 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand. We gat our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of their wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah.
Right? So we see that verse 7 says, our fathers have sinned and are not, meaning that they're dead now. And we have borne their iniquity. So we bear the cost of their sin. And part of the cost of their sin is being delivered into the hands of those who hate us. And in the very next verse, it says that servants have ruled over us. So the people who we've been given into the hands of are supposed to be our servants. Like I said, this world is upside down.
Somebody wants to be a servant all of a sudden.
And the real message of the Bible to you Israelites is that if you keep God's laws, the world is set right side up. And if you break his laws, he turns the world upside down by allowing your servants to rule over you. See, again, that's why we're standing next to a river that looks like a cesspool. And people view it as a tourist attraction. But the reason why that is because the majority of people who view this as a tourist attraction are the servants who shouldn't be ruling. So whether it's clean water or toilet water, they don't know the difference. Whether it's GMO food or organic, they don't know the difference. They're servants. That's like if you feed your dog a piece of steak, he doesn't know if it's chuck steak or filet mignon. He's a dog. He don't know any different. That's why the so-called white man, he'll turn around to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and say, well, ain't y'all free? Free to do what? Go up and down this land that's been desecrated with the bones and blood of our ancestors? Free to suck in a good lungful of this polluted air that the white man is doing his very same best to make sure nothing can breathe it without dying. But he doesn't know the difference. Because not only is he a servant, he is the basest of men. What is it? Hebrews 12 and 16, real quick.
The first will be last and last will be first.
That's right. Brother said the last shall be first and the first shall be last. Remember how I've been saying about Hebrews 13, 1 through 2? Entertaining angels unawares. And on that note, I told you, some of y'all are failing the test. Some of y'all fail the test. Angels check on you all the time. Read Hebrews 13, 1 through 2. Sometimes they walk up and they ask you for a drink. Sometimes a bit of food. Sometimes a ride. Because they're stuck somewhere in the middle of nowhere. And you're thinking, how the hell did this person get out here? And somehow not dirty. Alive. In their right mind, too. That's the thing that always gets me. It's always like somebody stay in the middle of nowhere in their right mind, and they just so happen to need help. So how the hell did you get here then? And then when you pass the test, they look at you like, good, now I can go to the next one. Because, again, I say it all the time, it's not personal, it's business. We got business to tend to, they got business to tend to. But we have to understand, in our business, we have to exercise righteous judgment. And part of that judgment is accurately discerning who's who. Who is the white man? Let's see.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
So there is no one more disgusting and lowly than the so-called white man who was known as an Edomite in the Bible. And as we read in Daniel 4 and 17, the Most High God sets up the basest of men as the leaders and rulers at his will. Brother, can you go with me to Jeremiah 27 and 1 through 11? Because those of y'all who aim to resist the ordinance of the Most High God, because you got to remember, when he sets up a heathen as your ruler, that's still an ordinance of the Most High. Hence why, if you try to resist the powers that are ruling right now, more times than not, you will end up in prison or put to death. Let's see what Jeremiah has to say about when the Babylonians were given rulership over the earth. Because there were many people who aimed to resist the Babylonians. Let's see what God had to say about their intentions to defy him. It's
Jeremiah chapter 27, verse 1.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Jeshua, king of Judah, came this word unto Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord to me, Make thee bonds and yokes, and put them upon thy neck, and send them to the king of Edom, and to the king of Moab, and to the king of the Ammonites, and to the king of Tyrus, and to the king of Zidon, by the hand of the messengers which come to Jerusalem unto Zedekiah king of Judah, and command them to say unto their masters, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Thus shall ye say unto your masters, I have made the earth, the man, and the beast that are upon the ground, by my great power and by my outstretched arm, and have given it unto whom it seemed to meet unto me.
That theme is reoccurring once again. The Most High God says he's given power to whom he basically, who pleased him, according to his whim and his design. And in this case, in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 27, it was to the Babylonians. So not only did the Israelites have to serve under the Babylonians at the decree of the Most High, but so did all the other heathen. And it was symbolized by a yoke being put upon the neck of the messengers that were sent unto Zedekiah, that later went on to the other heathen. Gentlemen,
How are you?
how you doing, sir? Hey, you trying to look like a man, I'm helping you out.
The name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.
What's the name of the Father? What's the name of the Father? I'm trying to go to heaven. See, again,
Good luck getting
it's I find it amazing that a tranny fag is going to tell me good luck going to heaven when they're literally living in sin every moment of their life.
racist asshole.
Yeah, I'm an asshole, but you're a tranny. So there's that. And how's that feel, by the way? Having that foundation be rooted in sexual trauma. How's that feel? When you should have got therapy instead of doing hormone therapy. See, again, if you actually read the Bible, the person who assaulted you should have been put to death. See, I can't think of any better way to get your feeling of safety back than to have the person who put you on this sick path of deprecation to be put to death. But instead, we tell these young people to embrace this sick fantasy that you could be whatever you want. Every time you sit down to take a piss, it's a reminder that you'll never be a man. Every time you can't open a jar of pickles, it's a reminder that you're not a man. Every time you hear a bump in the night and you go dialing 911, where you at, cops? It's a reminder that you're not a man. And you can put all them things in reverse, and it's a reminder that you are a man. We got to start being real with this out here, because the basest of the people are in rulership, and they're going to tell you you could be whatever you want. See, a lot of y'all don't even realize they were doing sex change operations during Greco-Roman times. See, that's an edict that came straight from the white man, unfiltered, unmitigated, and unchanged. See, that's why we try to tell y'all this is the rebirth of the Roman Empire, and you look at us like we're crazy. And then you see all the tenets of Rome operating right around you, but you're not knowledgeable of it. Oblivious. Every time you celebrate Christmas, it's a reminder that we're in Rome, because Christmas is Saturnalia. When you stand under the mistletoe and you give I want to say your girl, right? But that's not necessarily true. When you give your loved one a smooch, you're celebrating one of their pagan customs that would facilitate orgies. Every time you basically you hold a item of pork, like on Thanksgiving, right? When you have that Thanksgiving ham, the Christmas ham. One of the practices of the Romans was to sacrifice a pig on the altar. See, and when they got access to our temple, that's one of the things that they did. They would sacrifice pigs on the altar, despite the Most High God holding the swine in utter abominable contempt. But that's what these heathen do. But to you blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you are God's chosen. You are not to do as the heathen do. You are to keep the commandments as you have been ordered to do so.
That's right.
Go ahead and keep going.
Jeremiah chapter 27, verse 6. And now have I given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and the beast of the field have I given him also to serve him. And all nations shall serve him and his son and his son's son until the very time of his land come. And then many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of him. And it shall come to pass that in the nation and kingdom which will not serve the same, Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon, and that will not put their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, that the nation will I punish, or Salakia, that nation will I punish, saith the Lord, with the sword, and with the famine, and with the pestilence, until I have consumed them by his hand.
So those who aim to resist the ordinance of God to obey the king of Babylon during this time, the Most High God put it on himself, on his own name, that he would send the sword, war, pestilence, pandemics, sickness, or he would send famine, no rain, failed crops, sterile soil. And I'm going to tell you, I love it how when this word comes out, everybody leaves. Because most of them are heathen trying to have a good time on the land that they stole. You remember them commercials for the Roach Motel? One roach get the food, he take it back to the nest, kill the rest of them. That's what this word do. It's like cutting on the lights after a roach has gotten his fill of Babylon for the day. And now he run back to the nest and he tell everybody, hey, you know what I saw them niggers doing at the Riverwalk? And then they start looking it up, and all of a sudden, damn, it started to look like they're right. And that's what's happening right now. All these heathen are starting to realize that we're not just blowing smoke. The God of the Bible is very real. The prophecies are accurate, and they're happening today. Hell, they've been happening. It's just they're almost done happening. And we're about to enter into the final leg of prophecy. You got the famine of the word, Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast to get through, and then World War III. And they're going to happen mainly concurrently. And then the Messiah is going to return at the height of World War III, after America's already been destroyed. All praises. But we see here in Jeremiah 27 that in verse 7, and all nations shall serve him and his son. So all nations are going to have to serve the Babylonians. Just like all the nations had to serve America, the daughter of Babylon. And his son's son until the very time of his land come. And then many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of him. Then after that, they're going to plunder him. See, most people, when you read this in the Bible, they don't put it together that these heathen rule for a while. Then everybody takes all their stuff. All the things that they basically aggregated and stole from all these nations gets redistributed to everybody, and it rebalances the scales. And then the Most High God sets up another kingdom that rules for a spate of time. Hold on, there's a certain... Where is it? There it is. So in verse 7, or I'm sorry, Salakia, verse 6, and now have I given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and the beasts of the field have I given him also to serve. When it says my servant, that's talking about the Israelites. But look what it says about the rest of the people, the heathen. It says the beasts of the field. That's why you can't go too quick when you start moving through these scriptures. Because you have to understand what's being said. The Most High God is calling his children his servants, which Jacob is repetitiously called the servant of God throughout the Bible. But the rest of the people are not called the servants of God. How y'all doing today? Believe in the Bible, brother? What tribe you come from in it? Do you know real quick?
Jesus.
Well, what tribe was Jesus part of?
I believe in Jesus, man. I love Christ.
Are you keeping the Sabbath, brother?
Every day.
The brother don't know what I'm saying. See, again, and that's what happens in the church. They tell you that Jesus is the shield of everything, when the letter J is 500 years old. See, again, that's why we preach the way that we do. Because it's easy to see who believes the Bible and who doesn't. Because if you believe in Christ, what would you do? You would do the things Christ said to do. And Christ told you to keep the laws of Moses. An excuse.
Yeah, bullshit excuses and walking on.
Hey, man, but it's cool.
Not even listening to a word you said. Just
But-
every day.
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians do the same thing. They don't listen until they get jammed up. And all of a sudden, how come nobody told me? Why didn't somebody warn me? We all do the same thing. That's how I know we're one family. That's why God addresses us the same. Because we are the same. We are one people. See, and again, man, it's always sad when you see one of our brothers who got a family pulling that stuff. Because you know that not only is he going to get destroyed, but his family's going to get destroyed if they don't repent. And our goal is not to condemn our people. Our goal is to warn our people of the things to come.
Right.
That is our goal. That is all we are out here to do. How you doing, brother? Headed home from work? Make sure you get some rest, King. I'm sorry?
I need to ask y'all me a question.
Yeah, what's up?
And I frequently ask this question to people. Some people get mad. It's not intended to disrespect nobody.
Okay.
It's like we can all be intelligent. And there's some things I might welcome with, and you might have on.
Okay.
But if I never communicate with you, I'm gonna get denied.
That's right.
So you got an empty bag or a box. Well, let's just make it imaginary.
Okay.
Let's say it's a bag here, ain't nothing in it.
Mhm.
My hand is empty. If I reach in that bag and I pull my hand out and open it, it's still empty, right?
Yes.
You can't get something from nothing, right? Okay. God created the universe.
Okay.
What created God?
There was never nothing.
It had to be. You can't get nothing. Something
Why do you say there had to be?
You just said you can't get something.
No,
from nothing.
and I stand by that because there was never nothing.
God come from?
No, there was never nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Are,
So,
are you familiar with this conundrum when it comes to the Big Bang Theory?
yeah, I believe in it.
Well, okay, if you believe in the Big Bang, what was the super force that preceded the fracturing of symmetry?
It's the same thing with the stars. It's nuclear explosion.
I get that, but when all of space and time was an infinitesimally small point, what caused it to fracture and explode?
That's something that we don't know.
It's called God in there.
We don't know that. That's a belief, right?
Now you see how it always goes back to it's something that we don't know of.
Talking to me.
No, I'm talking to the camera.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this.
Okay, that's fine.
I truly believe that as much knowledge as man has, God gave us a brain to figure things out. There's also things that is not necessary for us to know,
Okay,
right? Only He knows.
sure, I agree with that.
And so I just feel like that's, and this is what I'm saying. I feel like that ain't none of our business.
Okay,
And so He didn't mean for us to ever have that knowledge. That's my belief.
I agree with you because there are areas in the Bible where literally God and angels tell men, stay in your lane. That's not for you.
Yeah.
But my question to you, Elder, is have you read the knowledge that was given to us to know?
I'll say this here concerning the Bible.
Okay.
There's a lot of knowledge in the Bible. But because man is tampered with a lot of stuff, there's a lot of things lost. And then there's people that can put their own personal interpretations on there. So it's like you have a 2,500 piece puzzle and homeboy take out 900 pieces. Well, we can get an idea, but it'd be a lot that's unfulfilled.
I agree with you.
That's the way I feel about the Bible, but I also feel this way. See, I don't, like Christians say they worship Jesus and worship God through Jesus. I don't do that. I worship God.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like if you my boss and you the owner of the company and you give me orders, the hell with what the general manager say, I can't go wrong if it come from the owner.
Correct.
You see? So I feel like God know what happened. We're not responsible for that. So as long as I'm worshiping God, I feel like I can't go wrong. I can't be held responsible for something that I don't know.
We don't disagree. Now, here's something that you... Now, Christians have it wrong. We don't worship Jesus.
I don't either.
And Christ told you not to worship him the way you worship the Father. In the Greek, you have two terms. You have latreia and proskuneo. There are different forms of worship. One is worshiping, like worshiping God, bowing down, giving fealty. And the other one is like the same way you bow before a king. You're not worshiping him, you're giving obeisance. Because if you walk in the presence of a king without bowing and giving proper respects, what could happen to you?
You're gonna be tried for that.
Oh, you can get put to death.
That's what I'm telling you.
So Christ is no different. Get that, kiss the Son, lest he be angry. So, Elder, what you're saying, we actually have a lot in common. Because, for one, we understand that they took things out of the Bible. We're reading the 1611 KJV. The regular KJV has 14 missing books. It's called the Apocrypha, the hidden books. That was in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and it was in the Greek Septuagint. Those books are in the 1611. Now, are there other books that are missing? Undoubtedly.
Yeah, of course.
Eh.
So have
No, go ahead.
Have you read The Stolen Legacy?
No.
Okay, so I would encourage you to read The Stolen Legacy. When you read The Stolen Legacy, it will give you references where you can go find certain things, and it makes things a little bit more clear as to how much underhanded crap took place. Because see, I'm gonna show you this. Okay, this is what I tell Christians. I ask them, they get mad at me. They tell me I'm a this and I'm a that. But you know, you get mad at me because I'm asking you a question that tells me you really ain't comfortable with what you say you do.
I agree.
Okay.
100%.
So I tell them, I say, so in the Bible it says, Christ says, I am the way, I am the light. No man should enter the kingdom of my Father except through me, right?
Okay, more or less,
Okay. Let's say, and so I asked them, I said, well, now let's go back. What about the people that worship the Old Testament according to God's law at the time?
Can I show you something about Christ in the Old Testament?
Yeah, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's say that these people worship, they died before Christ was even born. So they can never worship Christ. Are you telling me that if those people went by God's command at that time, they can't go to heaven? They're not making sense.
Now, hold on. Now, do you have at least 15 minutes? Okay, we're going to go over all that because we can answer your question. Are you familiar with something called regeneration? So the people of yesterday are the same people here today. And we're going to get all that out the Bible. But let's get this real quick.
Psalms 2, verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled. But a little, blessed are they that put their trust in him.
So that's in the book of Psalms. And that's talking about kissing the Son of God. So basically, not only are you bowing to the Most High, but the Most High has his Son sitting at his right hand. And if you don't give the Son reverence, then the Most High God is going to be like, hey, why aren't you referencing my son? He's a prince. So he's going to be angry. I want to show you in the Old Testament, give me Deuteronomy 18:18, that Christ is mentioned that you have to believe on him and have faith. And it's all the way in Deuteronomy in the Torah. As a matter of fact, yeah, there you go. Yeah, and then next verse.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, when he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
Go ahead.
So who's to say that because no name was mentioned, who's to say that that's Jesus and not Muhammad?
Well, because if you read the book of Ezra, he's given the name of Yahushua or Jesus. So I believe it's Ezra, 2nd Ezra 7. He's mentioned by name. But here's the thing. But say for instance, no name was mentioned at all.
Right.
We can eliminate Muhammad by one way. Muhammad is not an Israelite. I'm gonna show you. Give me Amos 3 and 7. I just want to. I want to show you in the Bible because when we have to go through this conflict, you know what I'm saying? You know, just conflict of words. We have to go through it with those who believe in Islam because they want to hold Muhammad up as the premier prophet, while we want to hold Yahushua. How do we determine which one should we go with?
So it's like this here. Are you a father?
No.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Okay, come in. God may have. Do you love any of your children more than the other?
I wouldn't say anymore, but there are certain things that
Yeah, one might require more attention
you
because
gotta
of
deal
the
with them
situation,
differently, yeah.
but that don't mean you love one more than the other. You love all your children, right?
Right.
So why would God favor one prophet over another? They all doing his business. You see what I'm saying?
Well, can I answer? The reason why God favors one over another is because there's order. Right? The only creature that God ever created was his son. His son did everything else.
I'm waiting on somebody to explain to me why God is a son.
Okay, and we're going to go through it because it's a story that God is having play out. So you asked me if we had children, then you gave an example.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, for your son, don't you want your son to have the best?
I don't have children.
Okay, well, if you
I
had...
have nephew and nieces, I love them to death.
Okay, so you want your nephew and nieces to have a fruitful life, to have a house, a family. That's the same thing God wants for his son. He wants them to have a kingdom. He wants them to have servants. It's the same thing.
Okay, but I'm saying, as far as we're concerned,
Okay,
God is the father of all mankind.
okay, I can say that.
So, to say that Jesus is the son of God, all of us are the son of God.
Okay, can we go to the Bible? Let's go to the Bible. Yeah, let's get that real quick. Start at Amos 3 and 1 and 2, and then go down to 7.
Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So if all the nations were thought of like children, the Most High God has a son that he's dealing with on a one-to-one level. He gave the Israelites laws, statutes, and commandments. Everyone else, they haven't got it yet. Now, it's not that they will never get it. It's just not their time to get it. We can go into that, but just roll with me for a second.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Verse 7.
I didn't carry a conversation. You remember me and you had a heated conversation one day.
Yeah.
So, me, I'm the type of person like this. I'm 63. I done spent 30 years behind bars. When I went to prison, I was 16. So I grew up in prison. And older brothers, educated intellectuals, pulled me to the side. I went in there acting stupid. You know, playing dominoes, arguing over sport. Nothing productive about it. So they say, come on, man, sit down. I'm going to make this short so we can get back to it. They say, just sit down right there. I want to show you something. They say, look around. See how they over there? Okay. If you don't realize they got these young Mexicans over there and they're educated. So look at the white dude.
Yep. Niggas.
And I look, and I you can't lie to yourself.
Yep.
You say now, you realize you just came out from over there. That's where you was, that's how you look.
That's who you are.
You see what you look like. That was the beginning of me becoming an intellectual and start reading Malcolm X, Chairman Mao, you know, Ho Chi Minh, and different things like that. That start getting enlightened. So, you know, once you start, then your thirst wakes up and you want to learn more and more. So, man, I started to mature. All of a sudden, that shit wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can't keep it like that. But I still had a lot of growth. And, you know, over time, I learned, dudes say, man, look, sometimes your passion, you can be so passionate about something, step back. Value yourself, rethink things, and come back. And take another tack. You know, try a different tack. And so, I was always wanting to come back and have this conversation, but it had to be a cooling off period.
Of course.
You know, because me, I feel like at my age, I'm too old to be acting stupid.
My age too, I'm 40.
Don't nothing good come from it. So, I was brother, you know what? You got to try to think. The more you talk, the more believable it is. You know what you're talking about? You don't have to talk first. You talk about it. The truth gonna be the truth, right? So I come back to have this productive conversation.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Okay. I appreciate it, Elder. I really
And
do.
the verse you want to say.
Give me
37.
7 real quick.
It's Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the
Now
prophets.
go to 2 and 11. Right, and I'm going to talk on it. So the Most High God revealed his knowledge, the wisdom of the scriptures, to his servants, the prophets. Now we're going to see who can be a prophet.
It's Amos chapter 2, verse 11. And I raised up of your sons for prophets, and of your young men for Nazarites. Is it not even thus, O ye children of Israel, saith the Lord?
So the children of Israel were selected and raised up as prophets. The Most High God of the Bible selected the Israelites. Whoever they might be, whether you believe it's us or somebody else. But whoever the real Israelites are, they're going to be able to handle this book and this knowledge better than anyone on the planet. And not to mention, we would fulfill the curses of the Bible. Now, you did say something about our ancestors. You know, if they didn't believe on Christ, they're going to hell, something like that.
No.
Say it again.
What I said was, according to the Bible,
Mhm.
Jesus said, I am the way, I am the light. No man should enter the kingdom of my Father except through me. So if that's true, if we take that literally, what about the people that worship God according to what God's word was at the time in the Old Testament that died before Jesus even came about? There's no way they can go through Jesus because they're already gone.
So let's address that. Give me 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 34. So remember that thing I mentioned about regeneration? Without that, none of the Bible works. If you do not understand regeneration, your question is actually, it destroys Christianity. Because Christianity, like when Christ said, if thou shalt receive it, John the Baptist is Elias. Elias is Elijah in Greek. What he was saying was the fulfillment of the prophecy in Malachi that Elijah had to come back. Well, he was going to come back in the regeneration. Let's get this real quick. Yeah, 34, 35.
It's 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 34.
Yeah.
Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Right? So after death, our spirit departs our flesh. It returns to the Most High. You receive your judgment for the things done in your body, and then you rest a little while. You rest about 3 to 4 generations. If you read the Epistle of Jeremy, a generation is 10 years. So you get about 30 to 40 years of rest, and you come right back down here, same tribe, same gender.
So you believe in reincarnation?
Regeneration. Because
Using another word.
I get you. The reason why I'm making
In
it,
other words, you will be back.
yes.
No. Okay.
Well, Elder, can I ask you a question real quick? Have you ever looked at a photo album of your great-grandfather and so on and so forth? You go, I've seen that person.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that look like yourself.
But I'm not even talking about.
I'll tell you something.
Okay, go ahead.
Along with what you're talking about, we call it deja vu.
That's right.
I've had experiences when I'm trying not to, but I was young then. And as I've gotten older, I say, you know what, man? What if I lived before? What if this is not my first time? And it's all what you, because we cannot be certain. So, I mean, like, I can remember this happening years ago. And I'll tell you something that happened to me when I was a kid. A long time I wouldn't tell anybody because I thought they think I was crazy. I remember when I was a little boy, I was on my way to school. And I looked up and right by a power line, it looked like a little plane. I looked back and it was gone. And I remember a song by Pink Floyd. It says the same thing. But he's talking about ships. He says, when I bleed, the ship will go. Somebody else in the experience it somewhere. So there's some things that I can't explain.
Of course.
You know, my knowledge only goes so far. Unlike some people that try to feel like they gotta have an answer for everything.
Mhm.
No human being on this planet knows everything.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So this thing that I can't explain, the only thing I can say is I don't have that knowledge right now, and I may never have it. That means it's not meant for me to have. But a question I want to ask you:
Okay.
if Jesus was the most high prophet,
Okay.
and he was the truth,
Okay.
why? Well, that could be explained because them people over there ain't real Jews.
What? What? Say that again. Say that louder. I'm sorry.
People over there ain't real Jews.
They're not the real Jews. Okay, cool.
They recognize David as being their prophet. That's why they fly the star of David. But I'll say this: there are real Jews in that area.
There are some.
Yeah,
There are
in
some.
the 1980s, you can look it up on YouTube. 2020 did a documentary on it. When they started taking the Palestinians in, you know, Israel don't have that many people. They didn't even have enough people to occupy that territory. They went to Ethiopia and brought back some of the Jews that were ran off their land and put the settlements down in that area.
The Falasha Jews.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
So, the question is, because you can't get
Revelation 2
black from white, but you can get white from black.
That's right.
So you need to explain to us, y'all the Jews really the other day.
Can I explain to you out the Bible?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Revelations chapter 2, verse 9.
I already know what happened.
I know thy
We'll talk about it after you get through. Let me listen to it.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So not only are they not the real Jews, they are Satan's chosen people.
I don't doubt that.
So, but can I show you the prophecy that Christ gave? That not only we would be thrown out the land, but it would be inhabited by invaders. Get me Luke 21 and start at 20. Are you familiar with General Vespasian driving the Jews out of Rome, or I'm sorry, out of Israel during 70 AD when they destroyed the temple? So when they crushed the temple, the last of the resistance scattered, which were the Sicarii and the Zealots. But most of the people had already left, or they were already dead, right? This was according to the prophecy that Christ gave, because he was trying to basically put us up on game so that we could avoid being destroyed.
It's Luke chapter 21, verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these by the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress. Shall be great distress in the land of wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Go ahead.
Do either one of y'all have internet service right now?
Yeah.
Go to YouTube and punch in Israelite kingdoms in Africa and look at all these different tribes that were ran into Africa.
Yeah.
It wasn't just no one place.
Oh, yeah. We know. The Limba, the Ashanti,
Yeah.
the Kikuyu people, all them people. But guess what, brother? The way that we know that they're Israelites, they all have one thing in common. They all got preyed on for a slave trade. Whether it was the Indian Ocean or the Silk Road slave trade, the Sub-Saharan slave trade, or the transatlantic slave trade. That's why in Africa now you have this huge awakening where the African man is now trying to join himself on to the American black man. Because they realize with the fall of the white man, the black man's going to go nowhere but up because we at the very bottom.
So have you been paying attention to the brother over in Burkina Faso?
Ibrahim Traore. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He
I
did.
like him and I like Julius Malema.
They're doing what we should have always stuck to our guns and did, even if we weren't successful.
Well, see, this is the deal. And thank God that they haven't been successful. They ain't already tried to assassinate him 16 times.
Oh yeah, they're gonna keep trying to.
Okay. So, for some reason, we don't get it. Until Africa come together, and if Africa can come together, nobody on earth can touch it. We will never be all we can be until we have that foundation. That way we have a faith. See, and I explained this to some people on Vigo, they cuss me out. We don't even like black folks over here. That's a myth. That's what they want you to think to keep you separated. Now, true enough, you have Africans who don't like black, you have blacks who don't like Africans. But that's not a blanket thing.
Correct.
You know, that's ridiculous. Okay? But if right now, if the Chinese have problems doing business with America, what they got? They got a big ass country called China. They do business with their own people. And every other people is the same way. The only ones that never reconnected with our people.
Can I show you why?
I know why.
No, I want to show you from the Bible, because you made the distinction that all the other nations seem to be able to get along to at least do something constructive, even if it's just to defend one another, safeguard their children. But the black man can't seem to do it. I want to show you something, brother. Can you get me Genesis 49? So if you had to kill a snake, brother, where would you start at? Would you start at the head or the tail? The head. Now, what if I told you the so-called black man is the tribe of Judah, and we are the head of the tribes? So if God were to scatter the Israelites with the least amount of damage to the body of the Israelites, how would he do it? Make the tribe of Judah not function properly. So you with the logic. Let's prove it. Give me Genesis 49 and start at...
I'm going to sit right here because I'm smoking a cigarette. And I don't know if y'all smoke, so I don't want to.
Start at verse 9.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up?
So Judah is likened unto a lion. And as an old lion, have you ever seen an old lion after they lose all their teeth? They just sit there and starve to death. They don't hunt. They don't do nothing.
Yeah, they lose they basically lose their desire to function.
Yeah, they just sit, like, what is it called? When people, it's a heartbreak disease, where they just sit there and they just let themselves waste away and die. That's what happens. So we are likened unto an old lion the way we are right now. Now I want to show you something. Keep going, brother.
Verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet.
We're on baby steps. So when it says that the scepter shall not depart from Judah, Judah is the lead tribe of the Israelites. So if the Israelites are God's chosen people, and all the tribes of the earth have to fall under Judah, right, under Israel, so that means his 11 brothers, the other tribes are under him, and then all the heathen are under him. So if the scepter is always going to be in Judah's hand, no matter if he's in slavery or if he's in power, whatever you do to him, it's going to come right back around to everybody else, because they're following Judah. That's why for everything that's going on, all the leadership that they look to us for, we are in a destroyed state. Because who shall rouse us up? Like the old lion. And Elder, I know you've tried over your years, and I'm going to tell you, on this corner, we're trying too. We're trying to rouse the tribe of Judah up. And I don't know if you've heard me say this, but Elder, speaking to black people and trying to motivate them to change this earth, it's the hardest thing on the planet.
So do y'all, have any of y'all ever checked out that app called Bigo? B-I-G-O?
No, sir.
Okay. I would encourage you to download that app.
Okay.
You're going to see people from all over the world. There's a lot of trolls on there.
I bet.
But at the same time, you can't get turned off by something that gives you the ability to reach across the world. Because that's the hardest thing to do. So you'll see brothers from Africa, sisters from Africa, Israel, brothers from the Bahamas, all over the world. people from everywhere.
Caribbean.
And they have different panels that actually have constructive conversation. So a troll will come up in there trying to break up the conversation, people kick them out. But I would encourage y'all to download that app and check it out, because you can have however many people that join your panel or join your live come in there. You can actually reach people that you can't reach right now.
I'm actually down to do that,
Yeah.
but we're upholding a tenet of the Bible where we have to go to the highways and byways.
No, I'm not saying don't come out here, but I'm
Oh, yeah.
saying that's an additional
Oh yeah.
arm for you to be able to say, well, you know what, let me take my message over there.
The only reason why I make that distinction, because you could be heard by my camera. I have to tell my camera that, because there are brothers and sisters who call themselves being an Israelite, and they're keyboard warriors. They at home, they don't even have face-to-face time with their people. And you notice, Elder, you can't love people that you ain't never had FaceTime with.
Okay, so let's look at it like this. Let's take a football team.
Okay.
You got 11 men on the field, right? Each one of them has a distinctive responsibility. So, the ones that you call them keyboard warriors, let's say your strength lies in your ability to operate online. But your strength lies in you're a better orator, so you do better being face-to-face with people. Nobody can do everything, but if everybody do something, everything gets done.
I agree with you.
So, you know, it's a place for them.
I see what you're saying. Members of the same body.
I would rather you do what you're good at to try to do something that you're not good at and mess it up.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Get out the way of people who better at things. I agree with you. But the thing is, though, the thing that I always try to focus on is just do what God put in you to do. Like you said, if your thing is being on the internet, that's cool.
Yeah.
But don't detract from the brothers who out here literally in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing that we have to go through all the time. And it's the folks basically saying what y'all do is wicked. And it's like, yo, all we doing is trying to wake our people up. But let's finish this real quick, Elder, because I really want to show you this. Keep going.
I'm all in.
Start back at the top of verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
That's all we need. So that lawgiver that's going to come from between the feet of Judah is Christ, because he came out of Judah. That's the reason why we know the Messiah is going to come under certain circumstances, right? Him riding up on a colt, that's actually in the next verse. His eyes being red with wine, because Christ drunk wine, and his teeth being white with milk, that milk being the scriptures, because everything Christ said came out of the Torah and out of the prophets, you know, like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. So when you try to say, could it be another prophet, it has to match up with the book. Now, if it matches up with the book, I'm all for it. That's why you have to study to show yourself approved, so you don't get fooled by somebody claiming to be the prophet.
No, and this is the thing. So, I don't believe that God will kill his children.
Brother and sister, how y'all doing?
To beef with each other.
Okay.
So, anytime you have a person that claims to be a leader or a messenger, but all they talking about is conflict, instead of trying to bring everybody together, I disregard it.
Can we read some things to you out the Bible? All right, give me Ecclesiastes 3. We're going to start at the top. And before we get that, we're going to get Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 7 through 8. Actually, 7 through 9. Nice and succinct.
Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam.
Did what?
He separated the sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Now, it's not that we can't work together with the heathen, but we're not supposed to be trying to make covenants with them as if they are our blood family. The Most High God separated the tribes.
Okay.
Now, hold on, but I want to get this other one, because you said basically the Most High God wouldn't have us going to war with one another, right?
I
Th-
don't believe that God promotes conflict. I believe that God promotes righteousness. Now,
Okay.
if it's right for us to be separate,
Mhm.
okay, so let's say your culture and my culture don't line up. We can't be together.
Okay.
But we don't have to be against each other. You see what I'm saying? Other words, you stay over there on your little land, stay on mine.
That's right.
Do your thing, I'm gonna do mine. Don't interfere with me, I ain't gonna interfere with you. Now you have some people, so like, let's say in my family, it's 7 brothers. 6 of us good dudes and one just a complete moron.
Mhm.
Yeah, that tends to be the
Everybody
real thing.
can't interact with other people.
Mhm.
And some people, you gotta keep them from them because they'll start some crap.
Mhm.
But you do have people that have a high level of intelligence and know how to mix with other people without trying to step on them and disrespect them. So in other words, if I come in your household
Mhm.
and your rule is, hey man, you gotta take your shoes off.
Mhm.
That ain't debatable. Either you take your shoes off, you're not coming in.
Yeah, you can't come
You
in here.
got a choice to make.
That's right.
What I look like sitting up there arguing with you about your house. Everybody ain't meant to come through your door.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
And that's just the way that is.
No, and guess what? God say the same thing. You know, God say, keep thy foot when thou comest into the house of God. That means be quiet when you come into the house of God. And not give the sacrifice of fools. Meaning just giving your own vain opinion.
Yeah.
So God got standards too.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, that's why I'm glad we agree on that, because, Elder, I'm going to tell you, soon as you start telling people that God got standards, and if you call yourself worshiping God, you got to do what God say, most people, they get offended, Elder.
How did you get offended by saying that God has standards? This is why God gave knowledge to man and certain laws. Those laws are his standards.
Elder, if I could answer that question, I'd have a lot more brothers standing right here with
I
me.
mean, so I'll say this here. I'll say this here. I have worked on myself over the years. It was hard. I'm still working on myself. You heard that old saying that even broke clock is right twice a day?
Yes, sir.
You can catch the most insane person. Every once in a while, they say something, you can get something out of it. They'll give you some knowledge. But you have to listen. Some of us are good talkers, but we're not good listeners. You have to listen. You learn more listening than talking.
You have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Yeah. So I ain't never seen nobody study by talking. You study by reading or listening, right? So yeah. So I'll listen to a fool. I mean, most of what you say gonna be disregarded. If I keep listening, you'll give me something.
Now, what if you're trying to lift them out of their madness?
Well, you can. Okay, so there's a popular saying: you teach where you can, when you can.
That's right.
Okay. So if your message to me, and I'm over here being hostile towards you, I ain't ready for it. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't try, but at the same time, being intelligent, you gotta say, you know what?
Go this way. Go right.
I don't want to give up on the brother, but
How y'all doing today?
it's
How you
not.
doing?
Y'all God's chosen, all right? Keep God's laws, y'all.
It's not productive for me to have this conversation with this person at this time because he ain't psychologically ready to receive that.
I can see that.
Rather than having a whole bunch of unnecessary conflict, you just say, you know what's going on here.
Speak up, man. Speak up for the camera.
So earlier when you was talking about God wouldn't want us to have conflict with each other and all that, and then you said about His righteousness. So it talks about blood defileth the land, and it can't be cleaned up only but by the blood of them that defiled it. So He will bring us to bring that blood back, so we can what's the word am I looking for?
cleanse the land.
Cleanse the land. And
I can read it for you.
yeah.
This is Numbers, chapter 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, or wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I the Lord dwell among the children of Israel. So we understand what you're saying. War is not the name of the game. Because actually when you look at the kingdom of heaven, that's when war is done away with. There is no more war.
Okay, so when I say that God won't pit us against each other, that's not, okay, so it's like this here. Let's say I'm a peaceful man, right? I'm not Martin Luther King. You slap me, I'm slapping your ass back.
All praises.
But I'm not finna start nothing with you. But I wasn't put here to be no punching bag. So me defending myself or defending my people or my land is not bringing conflict to you. It's backing you up off of me. I have, if I'm gonna let you ruin me, then that's social suicide.
Correct.
You know?
Correct.
So if you force me into a position where I don't have a choice, then you get what you get. But I'm not finna just mess with you because you black or you white or you Chinese or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or you got a little bit more material things than I have. No. But I'm not finna let you just mess my life up and mess over my family. I have to defend that. That's not a choice that you gave me. So if you force that, then you're gonna get what you're gonna get.
I got something for you, Elder, because what you're saying, Elder, is in the Bible.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah 59 and 18, and then we're going to go to Sirach 33 after that. Go ahead and get it.
It's Isaiah chapter 59, verse 18. According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. He said,
Sirach 33. So the Most High God is going to return vengeance upon his enemies according to what they do. The Persians and Medes, when we were in captivity to them, they allowed us to rebuild our temple. They also allowed us to defend ourselves when a conspiracy came against us for the Persians to wipe us out, and they were in the position to do so. So because they did that, when vengeance comes back to see them, there's going to be mercy. Now, I'm going to take a second and talk to my camera real quick, and I want you to hear this too. One of the things that we don't talk about enough as Israelites is the mercy that's going to be extended to the heathen after they've paid their tab back. If this brother were to owe me $30, even if he borrowed it 2 months ago and it's overdue, once he's paid his tab back, I can't be sitting there going, you paid me late, brother. You irresponsible. I got to let that shit go because you've paid me. We square now. So if God is going to recompense the other nations according to what they've done, what are they being recompensed for? Slavery, brutality, all types of things. But they didn't all do it to the same degree.
No, you, it's like third degree, second degree, and first degree.
There you go.
Yeah, so you cannot, okay, so, and I have this conversation with people. I say, and I asked the man one day, so he's down in the Alamo, he's preaching, but okay, so people walking by, lady walked by in some shorts, he's calling out, blah, 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 and I told him, I said, hey, check this out. Not that what you're saying is right, it's the way you say it.
Correct. I can give you that.
I said, hear me out. Because he got mad. Oh, you just want, I said, no, I don't condone it. I said, before you can, don't prejudge what I'm saying, listen to me. I said, tone it down a little bit and clean up your criticism and enlighten people and have a more gentler way of delivering. Same thing, different way of delivering. So let's say you step on my foot. But before you can say excuse, I can go to being hostile.
Yep.
You might say, your foot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
It's the way I did it.
Mhm.
I done turned the right into a wrong.
Mhm.
So I told him, I said, man, just talk to people.
Mhm.
You don't have to scream and talk to people. And once folks stop, they try it. You wasn't trying to live out the way you're doing. Keep doing it the way you're doing. That's why people walking past you like you can see.
Yeah, come on.
You know?
I'm with you.
You know, if take Malcolm X, it's different. If you look at Malcolm X, he would scream and shout. Every now and then he'll raise his voice. But his message and his knowledge draws people to him. You know, you don't have to cuss nobody out. I mean, you know, sometimes people can get on your nerves. You have to work on you really do deserve an ass whooping right now. But I can do that. So if I'm up here talking about God and people see me over here beating the hell out of this man, who's gonna listen to me after that?
That's very true.
I destroyed
Somebody that don't want that same mask with.
this fool that made me destroy my whole mission. Can't allow that.
Now, but here's the thing, Elder. There's a time for everything.
Yeah, now if I see you on the back street, I'm like, now what was that you was saying? And I might not even do that because it ain't working.
So one of the things that's happened at this very same spot, we had a repeat offender, right? Somebody who came up scoffing. They were drunk, had their girlfriend with them, and I was preaching. Granted, I was going a little hard. You know, you hear me. I'm passionate about what I preach about, right? And we got into a physical wrestling match. I made it a point not to throw a punch because that's not what I'm out here for. I'm out here to preach the Bible. And cops got called, got separated, everything cool. I didn't press charges or
It
nothing.
wasn't too long ago I seen them cops over there. I just kept on going.
Oh, they stay over here, Elder. They know who I am. But this same person came back about 2 weeks later. He did the same thing. Because, an Elder, I had prayed for the Most High God to bring this individual back. And he put hands on me, and that's all he needed to do. I beat him unconscious right there, on camera. And that was the first time anybody had ever come out here to help me preach the word. He had been there 30 minutes. I was about to drag him down the stairs and throw him in that river. And I'm not even, that's not hyperbole. It's on the video.
I'm glad somebody intervened.
But that's God saying, you know what? There's a time for everything.
Yeah.
You suffered your dishonor. Now I'm going to let you get your get back. But you can't kill this man simply because he put hands on you. But because I'm still a child in the eyes of the Most High, he realized, man, my child needs some help.
Yeah.
So let me send him a little helper so when things get out of hand, the help can go, hey, man, brother, stop. You going to kill this nigga over here? Really? And now when I see that, I go, you know what? I can't let that happen again.
No.
So I have to grow from that. I want to show you, brother, what you're saying is correct. Because when I first started teaching out here, and I'm talking about when I first came out here, I was unloading the clip on everybody. I was offending everybody, thinking, oh, this is how you sling the word of God. If they're not offended, you're not doing it right. That's not quite it.
Right.
Can you get me Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 11? Everybody is not, although we might seem like we're doing the same thing, you'll notice some brothers, they teach without a Bible in their hand. Some people have notes. Some people just stand there and they just do what they do.
Right.
I want to show you why that is. Yeah, right there.
It's Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Christ, till we all come in the unity of till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ.
So we're all given different gifts to usher in this kingdom to come. Like you said, some brothers, they just out there, they seem like they scream at everybody. Everything they see at a line, they like a drill sergeant. But the thing is, though, he's like a hammer. You know, have you ever swung a sledgehammer? Did work with it? You know you can only be so precise when that thing start moving. You know what I'm saying? You might get good at hitting a nail, But if somebody go A at the last second, swing it to the left, you're gonna be like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's going where it's going. Some brothers, they teach like that. I'm like that. When that hammer starts swinging, I done got better at it. But once it starts swinging, it's swinging.
Well, see, that comes with experience, though, man.
That's true.
See, so it's like this. It's just like a cop. You see these young cops just getting on the force. They own everything. They just gung-ho. After they get about 17, 18 years, they're going to
I'm just trying to retire.
that shit is old now.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they've gained knowledge. They understand by messing with this man on this little misdemeanor shit, I can dismiss some big shit.
Yep.
I'm occupied and my eyes ain't where they need to be. So you learn to pick your battle. Everything ain't worth acting a fool by. Right? And some people, okay, so let's say, here I come through here. You preaching. You trying to enlighten people. I'll come over here. I got you. Now I can hear you. I see you right there. I know what you're about. You in your space. Here I am over here. Directly disrespecting me. Even though it's a public place, I can go over there. And give a personal attention. I ain't got to do that. But that's just me. There's no regard for other people. When you have people that walk through life that don't have regard for other people, I come to understand that just because you 6'4", 275, and this man 135, and you consider to overpower him, that doesn't make you more of a man than him.
Correct.
Because the most important thing in life comes from the mind.
Correct.
You got little bitty people just like this here, that's genius. And they got these big old dumbass physical people doing the physical work. Something great comes from it.
Are you familiar with the Willie Lynch letter?
Willie Lynch?
The Willie Lynch letter.
No, I'm not.
Elder, if you get a chance, it's only about maybe about 7, 8 pages. Yeah, read that.
Okay.
So one of the doctrines of the white man through slavery was to kill the mind and keep the body.
Right.
You want, like you said, a big old dumb buck.
Yeah.
He could run a damn faux flat. He could bench 300 pounds, lightweight. But yet he dumb as an ox.
Right.
You just point him in a direction.
Easy to control.
Yeah, you tell him to get angry at somebody. He like, I'm angry now.
Yeah. Easy to control.
But here's the thing, though. That's why the position of a watchman of God, we have to condescend to a man where he's at. Some of our people, like you said, they functionally retarded. And guess what? We got to go get them too.
Yeah, you are. And I'm glad you
With the
said
juicy
that.
juice and everything.
I'm glad you said that. Do y'all, I don't know how old, you say you 40?
I'm 40, yes, sir.
Okay, so you was around doing the Million Man March.
Yes, sir.
I was in prison. You know, and I'm looking at it. I'm not a Farrakhan fan. Because I know you one of the ones that's directly responsible for Malcolm X's assassination. That's my hero. Okay? But, I must be honest, Farrakhan, when it comes to him, that dude out his water.
He a genius.
Yeah. See, he the one to give you pardon and make you think he did anything. Okay? So, just because the snake is pretty doesn't mean it's nice. It's still a killer. Okay? So, you have to, when I looked at that Million Man March, I listened to what Farrakhan said and I paid close attention. He said, when they talking about the thugs, the incarcerated, the criminals, they not talking about us. We the responsible citizens. So you separate yourself from your people. Because remember, a lot of people in your organization come out of prison.
Correct.
So what you really doing is you trying to get in the good with certain other people. And you discard, you leaving people behind. Now you welcome everybody in there. Now you require them to make changes, but everybody should be welcome.
And that's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
We follow the example of Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Shai, when he sat with the publicans, the people of that day who were considered the coons or the criminals. And when people would question, like, well, Lord, why you sit with these people? He like, man, the sick people need a physician. So if I'm the doctor, what am I sitting with you for? You don't need me. They need me.
Right.
So I agree with you wholeheartedly. Can you get me a Jude? We still gonna get them other ones that we got, because I still want to get those for you. But I want to show you this because, again, on this on the theme and idea that we each teach differently, sometimes we miss our target audience. But you'll notice if you just walk a straight line from down there to down here, you're gonna run into another group. And if you walk long enough, or if you walk in a circle, you're gonna hit another group. That's how God does it. Because he knows that you might not mesh. I mean, shit, we talking about black folks and Hispanic folks. We annoy each other a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's real easy to talk past somebody or to be misunderstood.
Oh, absolutely. And realize this. When we talk, when we tell the truth is not always pleasant.
Oh, it's never pleasant.
So people call us agitators and troublemakers because we're honest. Well, if you kill 16 people and I call you a murderer, I'm not an agitator. I'm telling the truth.
That's right.
You shouldn't have did it. So when we talk about how evil you are and all the crap you've done to other people, and you get mad and say, oh, white man ain't never did nothing good. Well, you did something good. You messed up the world.
He did something.
You messed up the world. You look at all the displaced people, it's all because of greed. That's what it is, greed. You want to control the world. You want to control, and you stockpiling all these resources, all these finances to be able to control people.
How you doing, King? Be safe out here, man.
To be able to control people. So you think about a man like Elon Musk. Okay? Why the hell are you still trying to make money? It's not because you need more money, it's because of the control that you get.
It's not about money.
Yeah,
It's about power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about it. Okay, so the year before last, I didn't file my taxes, right? So when I filed my taxes this last year, I had to amend it and file for 2 years. You know how much I got on my return?
Probably nothing.
$168.
Damn, they took everything.
You tell me how in the hell do I pay more taxes than a billionaire? My poor ass.
Yeah. Unrighteous king.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
The system is designed to keep you working. If you make enough money, you don't have to work no more.
Can I show you something real quick in the Bible? Get upon the ancient, thou hast heavily laid the yoke. Real quick. What you saying, Elder? It's in the Bible.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, this is how I know an Israelite indeed, because the Bible says that we're supposed to try the spirit by the spirit of the word. That's why when you talk to our people long enough, you can tell they God's people, because we think the way God thinks, even if we don't know. Right? You got it? Yeah, go ahead again. Right, because like you're saying, when we were in slavery, hell, the way it is today, you work until you're about 70 years old.
I'm 63, I'll never be able to retire.
Oh, I'm 40, brother. I know I'll never retire. I work in IT.
So what I'm gonna have to do is, when I become 67 years old, God willing, I live that long, I can retire. Then I get my full benefits, which means I can keep on working, and they won't penalize me. I still get my benefits. So it'd be based like I get a check and a piece of check. You know. But because I spent 30 years, I spent 5 years in junior prison, 25 years in prison. For 3 decades, I wasn't putting nothing in Social Security. So mine ain't gonna be that great. But thank God, I'm 63, I'm still physically healthy and able to work. I don't know what I do for it. Government don't give a damn.
Nah, they don't give a damn right now. Yeah, you're right about that.
It's sad.
I actually had an employer when I was young, like when I was in my 20s. I had an employer when I was in my 20s. When I was asking for raises, it was me and some other guys. He was like, I can't do that. He was like, the only reason I can't pay y'all more and have y'all living good is because y'all wouldn't need me anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's
I
the
mean,
way the system is designed.
yeah, he was honest about it, but I mean,
Yeah, but that's the way the system is designed. It's designed, if you keep poor people poor, they have to work.
right.
If you get to the point where you no longer have to work, they have no control over it.
Actually, here it is real quick.
That's what you want, right?
Yeah, get that.
So Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
So during slavery, not only did they have kids as young as 2 years old out there picking cotton, they had men and women out there as old as they could live picking cotton, hunched over.
Yeah, because an evil person has no mercy. You know, they're driven by
I like this, Elder.
They're driven by greed, so when you're in that game, it's kind of like being a dope dealer. Fool, damn, if this fool will OD, that's not your concern. Your concern is gaining paper. So you can't show no mercy, or you won't be in the game anymore.
And if somebody else is selling on your territory,
You gotta
ain't no mercy in there. You know,
take care of your business.
you might even know their mama. And a lot of times, them drug dealers who kill each other, they do know each other.
Yeah,
They grew up together.
yeah. They probably got the game from the same person.
Yep. Getting work from the same person.
Yeah. But this
Yep.
is the deal. This is the deal, man.
Give me some rock, too. We can get that.
Have y'all watched the Great Debate?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Go watch that debate. Cause his name damn, he dead now. But he goes back, cause they was talking about this lady named Mary Beth. She was saying she wrote a book called Not Out of Africa. So in other words, all the major, according to her, all the major contributions to modern society came from Europeans, not Africa. That can't be, because Europeans got their knowledge from Africa.
That's right.
So how can that be? And he tried to tell them, European history only goes back 30,000 years. At the time the European history started, Egypt was in its 19th dynasty. And Egypt is the daughter of Ethiopia. So you're trying to tell me that all the great pyramids and sphinxes and stuff which took a master,
Artisan and Mason.
a master architect to design and stuff. You trying to say,
Come on up, sister. You good?
You trying to say your dumb asses that can't even build a pyramid now have more knowledge than them people? They didn't have cranes, tractors back then. But they had a mind.
Did you see the recent discovery of the steel that they found off the coast of like Denmark and the Netherlands and all that?
I seen something where they was talking about this had to be so and so amount of years old, and it can't be explained and all this.
Because the grade of steel is far purer than anything that they said could be produced at that time.
Yeah.
So what's happening now is the real history of the Israelites is starting to unfold. If you read in I believe it's Revelations 12, it says, "And the earth helped the woman and swallowed up the flood that came out of the dragon's mouth." That flood is lies. All these statements of you blacks never made anything, you know, y'all aren't the real Israelites, y'all weren't even in Europe. But when you look at European history, like King Charles II, his nickname was Black Boy. King James is a black man. Shit, I got a picture of King James literally right here. And to my sisters here, y'all Israelites, y'all the princesses on earth. Our black sisters don't hear it enough. You the standard of beauty on this planet.
That's right.
Keep God's commandments.
So
Amen, amen.
So if you, okay, so you understand, you know about Pangea, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so at the time that this happened, a lot of people got stuck on this side of the world, right? Those people look like me and you. when they talk about Native Americans, they're talking about us. So people's bloodline has been broken, mixing with other people, so their physical characteristics change. The same thing that happened to the Egyptians. You know, Egypt has been conquered by so many people. It makes no sense. That's why so many Egyptians don't look like us. They look like Hispanic, but every now and then the buck will stop and you'll have somebody that looks like Anwar Sadat, you know, who they assassinated. You know, and
What's his name? You remember the president of Egypt in 1950, Gamal Abdel Nasser?
Nasir, yeah.
Yeah, he made the comment that the real Jews left black and came back white. And as a result, there will never be peace in the Middle East.
Well, see, this is the thing. They didn't left back and come back white. The black one still exists. It's just some people that stole an identity.
Correct.
The same shit going on in Africa. You don't bring your Dutch ass over here and call yourself African.
We were talking about that earlier, the Afrikaners.
African.
Yeah.
Man, get out of here. You know, you can fool those. Okay, so there's a such thing that is called willful ignorance, where you play stupid. You know better, but you play stupid because it benefits you.
It may not have made you solve bigger. They control
Y'all
the
know-
history and the teachings.
Y'all know damn well your European ass is not no African.
I'll go a step further, Elder. They're not even the real Europeans. Because where are the new castles at?
Okay, so let me put it like this. Before, I think it was, I want to say it was the Moors of Morocco. I might be wrong, but I think it was the Moors of Morocco that went over there and first started digging people out in caves, civilizing, building schools and stuff. It might have been the people of bad followers. So, had we left their sorry ass alone, we wouldn't be having these problems today, I don't think. And then the Japanese didn't help none when they gave them gunpowder. You know, that really was, that changed the whole game. That was a game changer.
And that's where the cannon and the
Yeah.
gun came from.
Yeah. So the Japanese used it for sport. Those people used it for defense. And actually, you know, conquer the world. So when they make these movies about they went to Africa and they went to sports, quit lying.
Yeah.
You know, damn well, how the hell you gonna see 80 or 90,000 people to whoop millions with sports? Come on.
And they didn't even have iron at that point.
Let me tell you one of the hardest things to do. The hardest thing to do is go and fight a man on his own.
Correct.
I don't
Correct.
give a damn how powerful you are.
That's why Hannibal lost.
Yeah. Well, the mistake Hannibal made was, I don't know if that was gonna work anyway, because you know you crossed the Alps on elephant.
Yeah.
You lost a whole lot of your forces there.
Well,
A lot of them died.
he lost his patience, and he was trying to end the war when he should have just said, "Here come winter. Hey man, we got to fall back."
Well, you know, they made a promise.
Mhm.
So this was started by their great-grandfather. When they were conquered, he vowed to get there. He's going to get the Rome. So when it came time, we said, yeah, this is the right time. We're going to cross the Alps. We're going to catch them by surprise. The problem was, is they should have solicited other tribes and nations to join them. Then they would have got it. They could have cut their ass from all over. He tried to do it alone. Well, he wasn't alone, but he tried to do it with one big force. He was successful in weakening them, you know, because it took war after war after war to keep the Rome. One army didn't do it. It was war after war, and eventually wore them down. They would break up the Roman Empire. But today they still can't explain how the hell the UK elephants over a mountain.
But that it's according to prophecy. Because if he had snuffed them out, but here's the thing, Elder. If he had snuffed them out, the prophecy of the Bible wouldn't have been able to move forward the way that it's written. Because guess what? The final beast that we're supposed to basically there's a vision or a metaphor in the Bible, and it's a beast with 7 heads and 10 horns, and one of the heads of the beast in the vision looks as if it's been wounded, like it should be dead. Well, hold on. So he's close, because that little horn that pops up out of the 10, that's America. So when you understand the prophecy surrounding the beast with the 7 heads, the 8th head is that 7th head that was wounded, but it still lives. That's the Roman Empire. So America is the rebirth of the Roman Empire according to prophecy. So if we had completely crushed the Edomites, prophecy would have unfolded, and it wouldn't be able to proceed the way it's written. That's why we were trying to say, Elder, everything has a time. I want to read that for you now.
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah, I want to read 2 things to you real quick. It's going to be a little long, but bear with us.
It's Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
So right now what's happening is this is the age of exposure. The age of Aquarius, as they say. We don't believe in astrology, but one of the things is true. It is the age of exposition. Now everyone is figuring out what's really going on behind the scenes. Who's who? Esau, who is the so-called white man, is being exposed. And the Bible tells you who he is. How he would aim to change the times and the seasons. How he would take people into slavery and show them no mercy. All those things are in the Bible. I'm going to show you one other thing real quick. Yeah, start at the top. 10. Yeah. There you go.
Sirach chapter 10, verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are they that dwell therein. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in the authority, the city shall be inhabited.
We're going to keep going. So one of the things that you see right now, you see the lack of wisdom in these white folks. They're destroying their own kingdom. A good example is they got crops in the field rotting, and who are they kicking out of the country?
The workers?
The workers.
So that's funny. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad Trump in office.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, praises.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Praise break. Hold on. We got to clap for that. Yeah, buddy.
Not that he
Go Trump.
Not that he mean us any good, but he's gonna take the seat off the bullshit so you can no longer deny it. Okay, so it's like this. People vote against their own interest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if I'm a worker, as I am, why am I going to vote somebody in office that's pro-business? He's not going to look out for my interest.
Correct.
That's counterproductive to me.
Man.
You got all these poor-ass people talking about, no, man, when Trump was in office, everybody had money. Really? I thought the country was on lockdown.
That's what I thought.
What part of the dream did your ass wake up in?
Oh, easy how they forget.
So yeah, well, it's called willful ignorance.
Yeah.
Cognitive dissonance.
It's when you playing and you know better, but it's not in your best interest, so you think. It's like this, man. Racism trumps everything when it comes to them people.
Man.
All you got to do is talk about racism, and they'll embrace you. You hear me? They don't give a damn if you ain't gonna do nothing for them. Just don't do nothing for us.
Right.
That's right.
Okay? So, I'm gonna show you. You listen to the debate, they say, well, Kamala Harris didn't really talk about no policies. She just... Yeah. So what policy did Trump talk about? He talking about he had a concept.
They both bullshit.
No,
Both
what
of
I'm saying, when they asked Trump, they said, well, you talking about replacing Medicaid and Medicare in your first term, you had years to get it done. Do you got a plan? He said, well, I got a concept. So he didn't talk about no policy either. But you blaming one and excusing the other.
Right.
Why? Because he's saying what you really like, and that's racism. And you know how we know? Look at the people at his rally.
Yep.
Swastikas, Klan flags, all this shit, Boogaloo Boys, Proud Boys, all these racial groups come here. You think they're gonna support somebody that don't stand for what they stand for? Hell no.
Correct.
And then you got these black ass people like Tim Scott and Candace Owens. You know, like, how in the hell can you sleep at night? I mean, when you look in the mirror, you really must eat you up inside. You deserve an Oscar for playing that role like you happy because you know your ass is happy.
I'm gonna grab it.
What are they giving him?
It's eating you up. Stacey Dash, Herschel Walker, Lil Jon, or Kanye, all them people.
Stacey Dash was on that bullshit too?
Oh yeah. She a big coon.
I didn't
Man,
miss
all
that.
that ugly shit she was saying, even my cousin Damien didn't say, man, I don't know what
Yeah, I missed that one.
Yes, you didn't see on TV?
Not on Stacey.
She
Not on
said
Stacey.
she don't believe it should be a such thing as the BET Awards. Say they don't deserve no award. Even though she accepted an award from BET at one time.
I want to read something to you, Elder. I'm trying to find it real quick.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about self-hatred, that ain't nothing new.
No, it goes back all the way back.
Hold on, let me see real quick.
There we go. I'm gonna get it real quick. This is no, this ain't it. Damn. Get me where is it? There it is. This is First Maccabees chapter 11 and verse 21. And then certain ungodly persons who hated their own people went unto the king and told him that Jonathan besieged the tower. This was when we were fighting against the Greeks trying to get out of slavery. And we had coons who were saying, man, you know what, I'm going to run to the white man and tell him what's going on so I get a butter biscuit.
Yeah.
It ain't new.
Oh, it's like this here, bro. It's the crawdad thing. If I see you coming up, we can pull your ass right now.
Why you get to be better than me?
I firmly believe this. You can't be a leader until you can be a good father.
I agree.
Just level. You don't just start up here. Just level. You know what I'm saying? So you look at
How you doing, sis? Doing all right?
Take a look at the people they call black leaders. You voted for any of them people to be your leader?
No, sir.
Okay, how in the hell you get to be a black leader? Because somebody put you on TV and called you that? I ain't voted for you. The hell you my leader?
So, Elder, when you look through the Bible, every time we get conquered, the conquering heathen, they appoint our kings and our, basically all the leaders that function as their right hand in our community.
I'm going to tell you something, sir, because I got to go.
I got you.
Before I go, I want to tell y'all something. You got a pen and paper?
Yeah, we got it. Hold
Write
on.
this down. I want you to listen to this man. And it's real important that you listen to him. His name is Dr. Claude Anderson.
I know who that is.
Okay, he was in the Reagan administration. He broke down how the white man chopped up America. They gave thousands of acres to their own people.
Homestead Act.
Really? This is how they got all this land. So, this is what they tell black folks: put yourself up by your bootstraps. But you giving away land, you setting up land colleges. And Martin Luther King talked about it too. They set up universities to teach them how to work the land. Not that they were gonna work, they lazy ass worked us.
That's right.
Sharecrop.
Yeah, sharecropping. That Jim Crow shit.
Yes, sir.
You know, but these people gave everything away. So when these white people today say, well, we don't owe you nothing. You're a goddamn lie.
Correct.
You know, so you think that you can sit around and benefit from the misery of a whole race of people. You ain't never supposed to pay no reparations. You know what? You gonna pay reparations maturely, or you gonna pay it out your ass?
In blood.
Reparations.
That's right.
Because it's just a matter of time, and it's happening. Don't keep doing what you're doing. You're going to force people to come together that would not have come together.
Can we read just two more things to you?
Go ahead.
And then we're going to get Isaiah 60, but start at the top. Yeah, top.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak.
This is the most important one. Yeah.
A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace.
So there's a time for everything.
Of course.
Now, we went through slavery. Like you said, they got to give reparations. But elder, you like me, you can't pay me for the lives of my loved ones. So what can they give us, elder, that can balance the scales? Give me Isaiah 60 real quick. And with this will be it.
I need some land.
Oh, yeah. Oh, elder, you going to have that and more if you keep these
Because
commandments.
with land come independence.
Check this out. I think, what is it, 10? Yeah, 60 and 10. Yeah. Get that.
It's Isaiah chapter 60, verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
They don't want to serve, elder. They going to die. Go ahead and
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
So what you're saying, elder, reparations, God is going to get your reparations.
Yeah, so question, do y'all know who Julius Malema is?
Yes, I do. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
South
so-
Africa.
So, you know, Cyril Ramaphosa is a piece of shit.
I'm not too familiar with him. I
Well,
can't.
he's the president of
Okay.
He ain't shit. But I don't know why black people keep holding Mandela up. Mandela did the same damn thing King did. King did it out of ignorance. Mandela knew what he was doing.
Correct.
So he wanted to be president so bad. Let me show you something, brother. You go to prison for 27 years. Your wife take on your cause, push your name all over the world, raise your children, and hold it down. 27 years. You get out because white people don't like your wife. You want to be president so bad. You're trying to kill your wife and divorce your wife. I don't give a damn what kind of problem we have. You stick by me like that, hey, we gonna work this shit out. We gonna work until we work this. We gonna be like Will and Jada. Yeah, we mad and it's toxic, but we ain't going nowhere.
This is why he did that. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Yeah.
He wanted something that he couldn't have any other way.
So I'm gonna show you what this man did. You know who Samara Machel is, right? Okay, he was the president, I think, of Ghana.
Okay.
His plane just fell out the sky. So that's who Nelson Mandela married, his widow. The woman that he married is the former wife of Simone Michel.
What type of nonsense is that?
Well, he a dumbass.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wanted, you know, his image. He wanted to be president. So he knew that the Zulus wasn't going to vote for him because they don't get along. You know, the Zulus were the ones that supported the whites, you know, whooping their own people and shit. So with that split, there's more Zulus than his people. So he had to appease the white people to make up that balance. So he sold his country out. They gave him the political power. And they were allowed to keep all the material. So I ask you this. Who's more powerful? The man that controls the purse or the man that controls the power?
Oh, the man who controls the purse. Who was that? Which Rockefeller or Rothschild was it who said, if you give me control of the money, I care not who makes the laws?
Nelson D. Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so what we're talking about to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who believe that you can make enough money to liberate your people. Long as that money got a white man face on it, it ain't gonna do shit.
Well, it's like this here. You can get all the money you want. But because of the fact that they control the money, you can have it today, not to separate you from it tomorrow.
What did Christ say about money? When he was asked about paying taxes, he said, whose face is on the money? And they said, Caesar. He said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
Give God what's Caesar.
Yeah, just give Caesar what's Caesar's. And whatever you got left over, hey, man, give your tithe out of it. But really, God don't want your money. He wants your time, and he wants the fruit of your labors. And he only wants 10%, and it's all his anyway. So you're really giving him back what he gave you in the first place.
So, in leaving, I want to leave you brothers with this.
Yes, sir.
You know what North Star Mall is, right?
Yes, sir.
If you go down San Pedro, and I go down McCullough, and we both traveling 60 miles per hour, we get there about the same time, right?
Yes, sir.
So, you may have one way of doing it, I may have another, and I'm saying this so the groups of brothers out here that's working for the same thing and think they competing, you really ain't competing. You really ain't competing. You're doing the same thing. It's just like back in the game when you had the civil rights movement. There was something peculiar to the church because it was religious competing. So they had secret meetings with the nation of Israel. Malcolm X and Elijah Muhammad. Even though in the eyes of the public, they looked like adversaries, they were actually on two different tracks going the same way. And that's what it is. So
How y'all doing?
I don't look at every brother that's doing something different from me as being my opponent. If I get on a motorcycle and go there, and you get in the car and go there, and this man get on a bicycle, we all get there, that's all that matters.
I have a question before you go. Are you trying to get to the kingdom of heaven that's spoken of in the Bible?
What I'm trying to do is this here. And this is how I see myself getting there. Be the best human being I can be. Don't do no, it's like this. And I hear people all the time talking about, well, he don't know. Yeah, he know better. If he didn't, he wouldn't try to hide.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know when you're doing wrong, that's why you try to be slick about it.
That's where the shame come
You
in.
might not care, but you know. Okay? So, I know I ain't got no business stealing no shit. I know I ain't got no business selling no dope. I know I ain't got no business messing with another man's wife.
Come on.
Okay?
Right on.
So, as long as I think this here, as long as I recognize that I have to give thanks, recognition, God, and I do what I know is right. Don't be sitting up here trying to play like you don't know nothing. Do what's right. It may not always be comfortable, but do what's right. I'll leave it in the hands of God.
Okay. Now, if God gave you rules, are you willing to follow some of the rules if we read them to you?
Of course.
All right. We're going to start with, let's do the Sabbath. Give me Exodus 20 real quick. Right? And this is for my sisters if they can hear as well. Make sure y'all listen up because the Most High God got standards. And one of the standards is to keep the Sabbath. I know y'all hear about the Sabbath all the time. What is that? That is the day of rest. It's to commemorate creation, right? Worked 6 days, rested on the seventh. Now, there's more to that 6 days because a day to the Most High God is as 1,000 years. But we going to keep it simple. Go ahead and get it. Yes, sir.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days, or is that all you want to keep going?
Finish it up. Yeah, just finish it up.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
So that's a major commandment that the Most High God wants his people to keep. Now, I understand with us being in bondage, you might have to go to work on a Sabbath, right? But don't forget it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if you're forced to do something that you don't want to do, and it's another thing if you just like, yo, I'm not doing what God told me to do because I'm just not going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's just it. The way our system is designed, our system is designed in order for us to participate in this system.
Give me Judith 5.
In order for us to participate in this system, it forces us to do things that we shouldn't be doing.
You're right.
So let's say like paying taxes. And here you are taking my tax dollars, giving it to Israel to bomb the Palestinians.
$5 billion a year, by the
I
way.
don't even like Israel.
Hey, he said it. I didn't.
I said it again. I don't even like Israel. You know,
All praise.
I didn't like Golda Meir. I didn't like Ishaq Rabin. I didn't like Menachem Begin. I didn't like Marsha Diane. And I don't like Benjamin Netanyahu.
You mean Milikowski?
Yeah.
His real last name.
Yeah, because he's from over there in Russia.
In Poland. Yeah, he ain't no real Israeli.
Yeah, he's from the Balkans, but this is the deal. And this is the same thing with the Persians. They come from Russia.
Not all of them.
Yeah, that's where they migrated. They came over there. Okay, so Iran. Iran, even though Iran is Muslim, very few Iranians are Arab. They're Persian. They migrated from Persia.
You talking about the white-looking ones. The ones that are starting all the wars and the trouble. Yeah, that's Esau.
Yeah.
He everywhere.
So they brought their ass over there. They didn't conquer Egypt, mixed blood. That's what Egypt has been conquered by Russian slaves. They've been conquered by Assyria, what we call Syria. In fact, the woman that we call
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra,
Yeah.
that's supposed to be in love with Mark Antony. She wasn't even Egyptian.
Yeah, she was a white woman.
Her daddy was the king of Assyria.
We'll be
She
here.
have no
We'll be here.
son.
I gotta go back to where we never change it.
But you were listening?
Yeah.
All praises, man. Are you Mexican by chance?
Yeah, Hispanic.
On your father's side?
Yeah.
You from the tribe of Issachar, man. You an Israelite, brother. I appreciate you listening, man.
Yeah, so his dad, he didn't have no son. So he appointed his daughter to be Cleopatra. Cleopatra is just like a pope. It's not a name, it's a position.
Correct.
It's like the equivalent of a queen. And that's how that wench got there. She wasn't even Egyptian. You know, but it is what it is. But that's why those so many Egyptians don't look like me. Not because the ancient Egyptians wasn't black. It's because their bloodline was
Well, it's a combination of that too. And even though the all the so-called black races might look similar, we're not all the same. So like you have the sons of Cush, the sons of Mizraim, the sons of Canaan, which would be like the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, and the real Palestinians. The real Palestinians aren't even in the land.
Okay.
Y'all be safe out here, all right, sisters?
Okay, so let me say this.
But I wanted to say this though, because one of the things that we have to fixate on is you made a comment that's in the Bible. They intentionally put us in a position where we can't do what God told us.
Yeah, I understand that.
But did you know that they're aware that if we break God's laws, that they get to rule over us? It's in the Bible, and the heathen are talking about it.
Okay, so you're familiar with the ancient Egyptian mystery system, right?
Somewhat.
Okay, so when you go and you read what they call Greek mythology, all that comes from the ancient Egyptian mystery. The Mason and these Freemasons and all that, they got all that. So Moses stole that. Yeah, no, I'm telling you. So Moses stole the ancient Egyptian. This is how they was able to defeat it. Nobody could mess with these because of their religion. When Pharaoh's sister fucked up, And she started letting him get knowledge that he wasn't supposed to get. So he was able to take everything and what they had.
He was a Levite. He was an actual Israelite brought into Pharaoh's house.
I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
But they stole their religion. Okay, so go back and read about Socrates and Aristotle.
They're Israelites too, Elder.
Okay, I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Go back and you'll see that they went over to Africa and stole all kinds
No,
of
no,
shit.
they had the Library of Alexandria there.
Okay.
I get what you're saying, though.
So this is what, and then they got executed for introducing foreign religion doctrines into Roman society. But they still use it. But you're gonna kill them. When they first went to Africa, okay, the way Africa was then, I could come and I could do business with the coastal countries, but I could not travel into the interior. You were forbidden from doing that. The Moors of Morocco showed the white man how to get into the interior. That was within our age. When you go and you read the Stolen Legacy, it's going to explain to you a lot of what happened and how they eventually got to Africa. They didn't know how rich Africa was. They thought we was a bunch of naked savages. There was Socrates and Aristotle who went back and told them, great kings, they said, bring some proof. They come back with gold swords, and they tell them about these people over there with gold teeth. After they see,
Can I show you something real quick?
Yeah.
Because it's not that we stole the Egyptians' thing; they stole our thing. Because during Ramses the First, I believe it was either the first or the second. I think it's Ramses the First. Because the evidence is the Merneptah Stele. But anyway, during that time, you had Joseph come into their kingdom, and he brought in the 12 patriarchs, or the other patriarchs, his brothers, the 11 brothers,
okay.
and they proliferated until we were more than the Egyptians.
Okay, you got to remember, Egypt is not an original land.
I know, I'm aware.
They migrated there from Ethiopia. So it's called the ancient Egyptian mystery system because the outside world recognized it from Egypt, even though several countries practice it. They just got the name on it, you know? So it's not really that it comes from Egypt. It's just that they the most popular nation that did business with the other parts of the world, so they recognize it as their idea. Okay? But when all these white nations decided to start pillaging Africa, breaking down Africa, and remember, we've always had wars with each other. But we didn't. What we call war and war, according to them, ain't the same thing.
I agree,
So let's
100%.
say my tribe and your tribe get into it, we capture you, we make your ass work in the field. When the conflict is over, we give you stuff to send you back to your people.
We don't steal your land.
Yeah, so so it's true that the Africans was helping white man enslave them. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't realize the slavery that they were sending their people in. Not like the slavery you got here, sir. This is the industry.
Chattel slavery was a new thing in the earth. I agree with you.
So they acted out of ignorance. And they used conflict the same way they did
You can drop that.
the Native Americans.
Give me Joel 3.
The same way they did the Native Americans. Watch y'all beat each other down, then when you both we come down both of y'all. Right?
Or I might give one side guns.
Yeah.
And then say, hey, the other one's jealous that you got the gun.
Yeah.
And then just stand back and let you kill each other.
Yeah, because once y'all both weak, and I can slaughter both of y'all.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing they do in Africa. They pit one against the other. So this is why Patrice Lumumba said that Africa can no longer exist with all these different leaders pulling all these different ways. They had to find a way to come together as one nation. They killed Patrice. Brothers from Senegal, what is their name? the one the French assassinated. Damn, I forgot his name, but anyway, he said the same thing. He died. Samuel Michel said tried to do it. He died. Muammar Gaddafi tried to do it. He died.
Muammar Gaddafi was trying to send billions of dollars through the Nation of Islam.
Well, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
Every African leader who has spoke and actually tried to bring African unification about has been assassinated. Ibrahim Traore, they started trying to get him. But it's just a matter of time before people just being abused by the dictators gonna look at Ibrahim Traore and other ones as their leader. You know, because once they see Burkina Faso rise, and they man, why can't we be like that? We got valuable here too. Like it don't make no sense for Nigeria to be in the state that they in. All that damn oil. How in the hell do you got rolling blackouts with all this oil?
You can say the same thing about Haiti.
Yeah,
Same thing about Haiti.
yeah. I mean, tell me how you got all this oil, but your people ain't got no electricity. You know why? The richest black man in the world is in Nigeria. What's his name? Ngate?
I'm not aware.
Yeah, he worth like 17, 18 billion dollars. He's an oil baron.
Mhm.
Don't do shit for his people.
All selling to white folk.
Don't do shit for his people.
Yeah, well,
Here you is, you own all these oil wells, but you got blackouts and bills that your ass was raised in.
yep.
One thing I said about El Chapo, he looked out for you.
Yeah.
That's why they love him so much.
Can I say something to the camera real quick? What this elder is talking about is, despite somebody being a so-called, like a dishonest businessman or a criminal,
Piece of shit.
they at least don't turn their back on their people. So like when you look at the gangs in Mexico, like MS-13, Latin Kings, all them, you can say what you want about them, but the one thing that they don't do is turn their backs on their own people.
They take care of what we call the peasants,
Correct.
which is the people that have not. This is why when the government is after them, they can't catch them because the people hide. They're willing to risk their lives for them. You know. But this is the deal, bro. Thank you, Donald Trump. Keep doing what you're doing. you gonna start a domino effect, and once it starts, not a damn thing you can do to stop it.
Have you seen his picture next to Nero?
No.
When you get a chance, Elder, look up Donald Trump and then look up a picture of Nero.
Okay.
They the same person.
That might be true.
That is Nero back in the regeneration. And who was the final ruler of Rome before it fell? Nero.
That's who it was?
Yeah, and guess who he blamed for the destruction of Rome? The Jews. He said the Jews burned it down. Who's America blaming for America being on her back right now? The blacks and Hispanics, the Jews. They blame the Jews all over again as this place get destroyed.
It's like this here. It's like this, bro. You tell me this, and I try to explain this to people. I don't want to call people stupid. I'll just say
Give me side shoulder real quick.
people are comfortable.
Side
People
is
are comfortable being misinformed, and I'll use that as a more gentle way of saying it.
They like being lied to.
Yeah, it makes them feel good even though it don't do a damn thing for them. So, tell me this.
S-O-T-T-I.
Let's say you stay down Martin Luther King now, and you open up a corner store. Let's say I'm worth about $2 billion. Are you gonna ever see me in your store?
Of course not.
So what makes poor people think it's beneficial to give the rich people tax cuts? It's gonna come back to them.
Did you know that's in the Bible how it says when a rich man speaketh, everyone holdeth their tongue, but when a poor man speaketh, they say, what fellow is this?
Yeah.
In other words, who is this nigga?
So look at it like this. And the lockdown during COVID showed you. Why was the nation able to come out of that recession we were in? Because they flooded the money to everyday people. And they generated the economy by spending the money immediately. So if I give the tax cut to you and you the one that's gonna go to HEB, you the one that's gonna go to the corner store. You the one that's gonna go to the local mechanic. The people that stay in Centura, Almas Park, and all that, they're not coming over here and spend no money.
Correct.
After they did that, though.
So it don't do no good to give the wealthy, put the resources in the hand of the wealthy, because you know why? If you give me $100,000 right now, I'm gonna spend it in my area. If you give a rich man $5 million, it can be invested all over the world because he has access to world markets. I don't.
Correct.
So people need to get out of that ignorant ass stuff that trickle down shit. Quit listening to Ronald Reagan. He ain't even alive no more.
Ronald Reagan hated niggas, by the way. Hey, read this real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
Elder, everything you done said basically come out the Bible.
Hey, brother.
All praise.
I gotta get to the house. Y'all here tomorrow?
No, just Saturdays, usually from about 3 to about 6 o'clock.
Well, I work on Saturday, so I open over there every Saturday. I work down there in the Blue Star District at House on the Stove. I come through here. I got a car. That's why y'all ain't been seeing me. But my shit, my battery went out. I gotta get another battery. So I'm back on the bus.
I got
I'll
you.
be through here. And even if I do, I'll come through here and park and come through.
No, park right here. So
I ain't even gonna say this on the mic. Right here on this strip, they do not look at this strip. We park it for free.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be through here because hey man, I like constructive conversation.
all praises.
You know, I can't learn nothing talking about MC, whoever it is, King Von, all that old crap. That can do nothing.
A bunch of jailbird niggas.
I'm just
For real.
saying- I'm just saying that type of stuff, it doesn't do nothing for me. I like to learn. I can't learn, you know, by talking about filling doors, picking holes and all of that. I like constructive conversation.
What's your name, Elder?
Daniel Alexander.
Daniel Alexander. All praises. My name is Haya L. Haya L.
And you, sir? I'm on. Well, I'm pleased to meet y'all. I'll be back through here. Hey, man, be sure and go in and look for that book, The Stolen Legacy. Also,
Stolen Legacy.
yeah, also, even though not black literature, you got several bodies. You ever heard of the Lincoln Library?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't read it.
Okay, I had volume 1. They're expensive, homie. They're expensive.
You can find them for free, though.
I doubt it. These history books are about that big. They cost like $1,000.
So there's a book called The Russian Icons, where they have all the paintings of, the black, apostles and stuff like that over in Russia. That book is over about, I think it was priced at one point at $2,000. I found it for free.
Good luck
So,
with it.
I'll look.
I gotta take me a leak. I don't want no. Oh, here comes
They
some.
make those prices that high, though, because they don't want you reading what's in there.
That's right.
I got lucky. A brother was going home and couldn't tell me and pass it on to me.
All praises.
And I was able to read it. Say, man, it contradicts so much bullshit. And see, the Lincoln Library are written for facts, undisputable facts, not no theories that sound good. So, a lot of the shit that we've been taught, it ain't true. We go back and
We'll take a look.
this is what happened. And what you've been told, I can't do nothing. This is what happened.
Yes, sir.
And there's another book. There's another book called "What You Know That Just Ain't So." It's
What you know just ain't so. I'm saying it for the camera.
That just ain't so.
What you know that just ain't so.
It's,
All right.
it's the encyclopedia of misinformation.
Okay.
Telling you, okay, so like, it's telling you that this is what everybody thinks. That's
Okay.
it. No, I'm looking around, make sure I don't expose myself.
But we gonna keep preaching just to give you a little cover, right? So we gonna go ahead and go to, you know what? Get me give me Proverbs chapter 25 and start at verse 1 and read through 2. Because this is something that we have to awaken that spirit of discovery and intellectual pursuit in blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Now we gotta quit letting our people be comfortable being ignorant.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, the way the world is about to change, if you ignorant, it's gonna be discomfort everywhere you go.
You really gotta do that. Too often you say, that's a no, man, because okay, so it's like getting on the bus and you got everything that you supposed to have in order to get the job done when y'all get there. You see brothers that don't have what they supposed to have and don't say nothing.
Hey,
When you get there, it's gonna be hard on you because they burden. They can't do their job, you don't have to do it.
it was King David, after recovering his wives and the women and children of Israel, the men who had to stay behind because they were too famished and tired, he still imparted to them their cut. Because there are people too, there are brothers. And if we want them to keep pace and stride with us, we got to break off knowledge to everybody. We got to help everybody.
Yeah, it's like Malcolm said. If you hit somebody like this, you don't get a lot done. But if you bring them knuckles together, you get a lot done. So the
Yes,
more
sir.
educated and the more enlightened and the more motivated people you got, the easier it is to complete your task or achieve your goal.
Yes, sir.
You know? So that's why I talk to people. I don't know everything, but what I know, I give it to you.
Hey,
I ain't trying to walk around using knowledge world over there. I go, come on, man. You know something that I don't know. Let's keep you saying something.
what's the...
The keys to the gate.
yeah, you gatekeeping knowledge. What's the purpose of holding all that knowledge and dying with it, and it don't do nobody no good?
It makes some people feel like they own another status. You know? Yeah.
Uppity
Like some people that's wealthy and then turn like you take Oprah Winfrey. You got molested when you was a little girl. Which means you done got taken advantage of. You know how it feels. You made yourself a promise that you would go arm yourself with as much knowledge as you can and try to become as powerful as you can so nobody can help take you down. You turn right around and do that shit to Roger B. Henson, and come on.
What about them kids in Africa where she built that school and them little girls start missing?
But I'm
We
just-
talking about Oprah Winfrey
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
for the camera.
Yeah, she been feeding people to these predators for a long time. But this is the deal. You wouldn't do that shit to Julian Rock or Catherine Zeta-Jones, so why you do it to surrounding your own people? There's a reason that we held you up there and pushed you. So you can reach back and help other people and you don't do it.
Well, one of the reasons is because our people is what they have their desire for.
This is why I don't understand why people sit around and criticize LeBron James and blow smoke up Michael Jordan. Tell me why Michael Jordan opening his mouth about these cop shooting black people. LeBron do.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron built the school. You see, what did Michael Jordan do? You know what he said about that? Oh, you fucking dude, you're a billionaire. So you telling us that more money is more valuable to you than the salvation of your people?
But Elder, he ain't just telling you; he's showing you.
Well, I know. What
Yeah,
I'm saying is,
I agree with you.
What I'm saying is, why would we look at him in a positive way and look at LeBron in a negative way? And this is the brother that's standing up for him.
Our people are all over the place,
He's a
Elder.
billionaire too, but he said, you know what? Just because I got money and just because I got prestige don't mean that I ain't willing to put it all on the line for my brothers and sisters. I can't do nothing but respect a man like that. Regardless of whether he plays for a team other than the team I go for, you know, that transcends sport. That's humanity.
Community.
You know? Yeah. But
Yes,
I'm
sir.
just saying, that's a man that's putting what's actually important first.
I agree.
You know, sports, that's entertainment for us. That ain't no real shit. Unless you work, you own the team, then it's a business. But, or you got stakes in the team, but your people, what
A slave in the white man's kitchen. Mr. Daniel, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, brother. Much love. How y'all doing today? Got time for the Bible?
What's up, man? I'm good. Appreciate your work, though.
All right, I appreciate it, brother. Y'all God's chosen. Keep God's commandments so we can get out of this lowly position,
That's right.
right? Because blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we the real Israelites. You gonna keep hearing it on these corners week in and week out, whether you walking through the city on a weekday or a weekend. Somebody gonna be out there raining on your parade, trying to remind you to come back to the Most High God and keep His laws and get out of the delusion that you making it here in America, right? And this is to my camera. I'm glad the elders sat and spoke with us. See, I know some of y'all think the rough interactions, that's the end of it. If you preach long enough in the same place, the same people you have friction with that are your own people, you have the opportunity to mend fences and come to an understanding with one another. Because when they see you're not their enemy, they can sit and they can hammer things out. Because a lot of our people, when you have that type of interaction, they brand you an actual enemy. But see, in the hood, we be shooting at each other. So it's not like our people are doing that for no reason. It's a self-preservation action. Oh, you talk spicy to me? Okay, cool. So now we enemies. So it's on sight. Oh, you took money out of my pocket? Okay, cool. It's on sight. But when you're dealing with the men of the Lord, man, we don't want nothing from you. We just telling you what you need to do according to the Bible. You ain't got to like it. I keep saying that week in and week out. You ain't got to like it. But if you are intellectually inclined, you'll respect it.
Right.
You'll at least come to the understanding of why we're saying what we're saying, where it says what we're saying in the Bible. So you realize it ain't us saying it, it's the book saying it, and we just reading the book. I said it before, man, the most hardened killers in the hood, you don't see them having problems with the Hebrew Israelites because they respect what we stand on. It's the weak, feeble of our people who quibble about everything and want to be stars in their own right. They're the ones who have a problem with it because we taking away they thunder. We showing them up. Get me to he who is evil to himself, to whom shall he do good? I know we pulled a lot of precepts that we ended up not pulling out. But I know the elder wanted to talk, and I'm glad he did. You know what I'm saying? Because now whenever he come through, we can, have a bit of face-to-face time. So I'm going to tell you, everything that elder was saying, most of it came out the Bible. Now, some of that stuff about Egypt, I don't know. Right? I don't necessarily agree with it. But, you know what I'm saying? Over time, I just want the elder to understand where we're coming from out the Bible. So he can truly have a choice if he wants to follow this book or not. Because more times than not, our people have never heard what's in this book. All praise.
Sirach chapter 14, verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?
Right. Oh, go ahead. Oh, no, that
Shit. Go ahead. Yeah, finish it.
He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
Read the next verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that.
There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness.
So those who are evil to themselves, they can't do nobody any good. If you out here, if say I'm getting a personal trainer. If my personal trainer is 200 pounds overweight, there's a good chance that his training methods ain't gonna work. Going out on a limb. But he who is evil to himself, to whom shall he do good? And see, we should apply the same principle to a lot of things. To our sisters, those of y'all who can't find a righteous man, but you listening to an unmarried woman who got 2 divorces under her belt. He who is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good or do good? Man, for real, because I'm going to tell you, man, wicked people, the one thing a wicked person don't want to see you do is make it or get more than enough so that you out the game. They don't want to see you retire and be happy. So if you got a wicked-ass sister who can't get a good man, can't hold together her family, she breaking up every sister's family that she has influence over. To these niggas around here who trying to make money through hook or by crook, but yet can't make enough to get out the game, the last thing they want to see you do is make enough to get out the game. See, that's why one of the things that you find here in America is nobody does you wrong like your own people. But that's because many of them are evil to themselves. And as a result, they can't do good to their brothers and sisters. Nor do they have the inclination to do good because they've never been shown good. That's why we're supposed to let our light shine before men. Right? So that they know what love feels like. Because love is something you pay forward. But that's why we have to let our people know what love is according to the commandments. But we're going to get back on this lesson. How much time we got left, man? What time is it? 5:51? No, we got to get out of here today on time. So we about to wrap this up. Brother, can you get me Revelations 22 and 14? And to those who watch, man, Salakia, that, this lesson's going to be a little bit more spotty than normal. But the elder, man, we've been seeing him for probably about what, like over a year now?
I've seen him twice, but that last time I remember that one dude he came, he told me, he's like, that's going to be you.
Yeah, man. Hey, we done had some rough interactions, man. But see, our people realize it's out of love. Because this is what we want our people to do. Go ahead and get it.
It's Revelations chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and sign out. I'd like to say, call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's all praises be unto Yahweh in the name of his son Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah.
And Mawath Lababal. All praises. Yeah, buddy.